Yeah. Are you listening, Marlene?
Am I listening? Oh, yeah, sorry. I haven't had a cup of coffee for about 3 hours, so I've got one now. I was just contemplating it there, sorry. Anyway,
It's okay. I've just run through our entire podcast offering for the next 2 months. But if you didn't catch it, I'll happy to repeat it.
I'm not sure if I did catch it really. Anyway, I'll pick it up now because we're about to tell everyone what's coming up over the next
Yeah.
month or so, aren't we?
So this is what's on June and July. And the reason we're doing 2 months is because we're having a bit of a break. We want to put our feet up and recharge our batteries. We will still have a podcast every week, every Friday. There will be a podcast right throughout June and July, but we will have slightly less activity on the blogs and the mailings, and probably we won't have a Mibby's Eye in July. Yeah. And possibly not a bits and pieces. We'll just see how it goes.
We'll just see how we feel at the end of it. But we promise we will start up again, but we just need a break, really.
And loads happening, and we'll be out there doing things.
Good. So what's coming up next then?
Okay, so the Friday podcasts, the 2nd of June, we'll have the speeches from Calton Hill. And we did a whole series of things on the day of the coronation, and this was the Our Republic event. Some very good speeches, actually. So we've collected them together as a whole episode.
Great.
And on the 9th, it's an interview we did with Wilma and Judith from the Chain of Freedom Scotland. Now, the video is already available on our YouTube channel. So if you're watching this on our YouTube channel, you may well have seen it. But this is the audio version, so you can listen on the go.
And I'll tell you, Judith and Wilma are, they're a force to be reckoned with. It's a huge project, a huge amount of organisation. And I've had my doubts about it, but they're on the ball. I mean, the pair of them are just so inspiring to talk to, and very funny to talk to as well. They've got a great sense of humour.
It's a really, really fun interview to do. So I think if you haven't seen the video, then you will enjoy that. Then on the 16th, we're returning to a topic that we covered a few months back now, just a couple of months ago, which was on free ports. Now, when we did free ports, we had a whole load of guests. We had Alf Baird, we had people from Yes Orkney, and after the event, somebody suggested we could also talk to Peter Henderson, who was the person who came up with the 6 requirements for free ports. So we jumped on that. We had a great conversation with Peter Henderson, and that will be on the 16th.
Fantastic. I'm looking forward to hearing that one. Well, I have listened to it already, but I'm going to listen to that one again because he's got such a expert a background in that from all the work that he's done over the years, not just about free ports, but about borders as well. So we might go back to Peter.
I think we will. It was such an interesting. And then on the 23rd will be the audio version of the June Mibby's Eye, which we haven't got a title yet. We're working on a title, but it'll be round about the topic of information. We interviewed John Robertson from Talking Up Scotland.
We haven't quite got the title, but anyway, it came out of Fiona and I having a chat about, we're trying to get a positive message about Scottish independence and how it'll work, how it might work, and we're trying to get that out in a positive fashion. There's a lot of bias in the media. Actually, there's a lot of negativity in the media. Some of it from within the
some of it on our side.
It's not like we're immune to it. So we got into a chat about just how do we, what's the best way of thinking about how to combat that negativity and how to get the question out. So that's the gist of it. We just haven't got a title yet.
No. But it'll be good.
It'll be good.
And then the 30th, the last Friday of the month, will be the bits and pieces for June. Yeah. And then July, we know what we're going to do. We're just not sure what order we're going to do it in yet.
It's a bit like that famous skit.
Morecambe and Wise.
Morecambe and Wise with the conductor, Andre Previn and Andre,
Andre Preview, they used to call him.
Andre Preview, they called him, in the sense of saying the notes are all there, just not necessarily in the correct order. So it might be a little bit like that with the podcast in July, because we just don't know the order, but we do know what's going to be there.
Yeah, so what we've got is a really quite interesting, I thought, combination of historical things from the Battle of Loudon Hill. And we've got people who were at a ceremony on Loudon Hill to commemorate the battle.
Yep.
And also Jenny Eales, our favourite historical reference point, who's always happy to come on and have a chat.
And if you're like me and you'd never heard of the Battle of Loudon Hill, Google it. It's on Wikipedia. Yeah. Robert the Bruce, 500 men. The Earl of Pembroke, 3,000 men. Robert the Bruce won.
And you'll find out why.
Yeah.
We've been invited to cover a launch event for Leslie Riddick's new book, Thrive, which is taking place at the Perth Hub on the 15th, I think it is, in the middle of the month anyway, in the middle of June. So we're hoping to go and film that event. We may even try live streaming it back to our YouTube channel. But whatever we do, we're thinking that would make a good podcast in July as well. Get some of the information out. There's a couple of other things that we'll maybe pull in as guest podcasts. We haven't had an episode of
Rising Clyde for a
couple of months.
Good. That would be. I think there's a couple of recent ones of those that we should probably put out as podcasts.
Yeah.
So,
Jane McAllister, a filmmaker, we interviewed her as part of her Kickstarter efforts to get funding.
Which have been successful. She's reached the target. So Jane's going to be really so pleased about that, actually. It's
she is.
Indication of people's faith in her, actually, and for what she's done.
And if you want to watch the interview or listen to it, our website, you'll get it on our YouTube channel or wherever you get your podcasts. TNT Show, we noticed, did an interview with her father.
The documentary is about her dad campaigning during the referendum 2014. So it'll be really interesting to hear what he thinks about it.
And in July, we won't have a Mibby's Eye YouTube version. We normally every month we do one for Independence Live's YouTube channel, but we're having July off just so we can put our feet up and recharge a bit, and then we'll be back in August with something as yet to be determined, but it'll be spectacular.
That's yet to be determined. I know. I mean, I fancy going out and about a bit up again, because we've done a little bit of that, and we'll have a wee trip up to Perth. And actually, Wilma and Judith, they're based up in Inverness. They're the ones running Chain of Freedom, but they're based up in Inverness. We got an invite up to Inverness, didn't we?
We did, and we like going to hubs and places, and we also have got a vague plan to go to Wales as well. So.
That was another follow-up to Freeports, wasn't it? I mean, and we haven't even been over to Dunoon to see Steve, who's our backroom techie guy. Without Steve, this would not be happening, I'll tell you.
We do owe him at least a pint and some lunch, maybe.
At least, at least.
Yeah, 3 years worth of effort putting up with us, breaking things and asking him to fix them at short notice, which he does joyfully. So that's it. That's June and July, really. But we'll still be around. And if you need to get in touch with us, our email address is
indiepodcasters@gmail.com. We'll put it on the bottom there. And if you're running something locally, if you've got a local indie hub, get in touch, because we're definitely up for coming and meeting people, and we always could do little kind of chats with folk while we're there and do a bit of recording. So don't be shy, just get in touch and
give you a bit of publicity for what your event is. That'd be great.
Can I just get a wee minute just to kind of say that, recently, just the other day, Fiona, we put our head together, and out of it came a little survey, because we have our own mailing list, and we're part of Independence Live as well, so we're in contact with their mailing list. So we just wanted to find out a bit more about the people who listen and to the podcast and watch the videos. I sent the link out to the survey. We've got about 300 responses so far.
That's pretty good.
I mean, it is interesting. So anyway, I'll write it up and put it in the blog. So if you're interested, have a look on the blog. But we're thinking maybe every month we might just have a question that we just zip out a Google form to all of our people on our mailing list and see what the response is. So if you're not already on our mailing list, get on it.
Mailing list. You can sign up on our website. That's the easiest way. It's right at the top of the links, right at the top of the page. Smashing. Okay, well, enjoy the sunshine. Have a fantastic summer, and we'll be back before you know it.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
Right. Thanks for watching.
Bye.